Hello, this is Dale, and this is a short video going through how to mark the MiniCEXs. So I've logged into myuni.adelaide.edu.au. I'm on my dashboard, and I'm going to mark them in rural medicine. There are MiniCEXs in rural HRH, pediatrics, gerries, and GP as well. So go into the course and then use the white menu, and we're going to go to the grades area. Once we're in the gradebook, it shows all the students on the left and then each assignment across the top here. You can filter the gradebook, so you need to turn that filtering on one time. So you go to the view menu, filters, turn on student groups, and it will show this drop-down list. And you can use that, if we scroll to the bottom, we've got quite a few groups in here at the moment, but you'll see we've set up groups for each of the rural sites. So for example, if we go to Broken Hill, it will just show the Broken Hill students, and it will remember that. So next time you log in, it will just show Broken Hill. I'm not going to mark a real student. I'm going to mark a test student submission. So I've gone back to all of the students. I'm going to scroll down until I find the student. The other way to find a student is to use the search. So if I type test, it will filter the gradebook and just show me the test student. And then I'm going to scroll along until I find the MiniCEX assignment. And you can see that it's right here. This symbol here means that these grades aren't visible to students at the moment. So we have to manually publish the grades to the students. So I'm going to click on the little icon showing that there's a submission, and then I'm going to click the arrow, and that will bring up test student's profile. And what I actually want to do is view what they've submitted. So I'm going to go into the speed grader. And you'll see once you're in the speed grader, it loads their submission in this window, or it might not. So some formats like a Word document or a PDF, or usually JPEGs like a photograph, will load in the window, but sometimes they won't. And if they don't, you can see over here the submitted files, and sometimes you have to use this little download arrow. If I click on that, it'll download that file, and then I can open it from my computer. If you still can't open the file, then you'll have to contact myself or one of our IT staff, Warren or Saqib, and they'll help you to open that file so you can view it. Once we've got the file open, we can see there's two files here. So we'll look at the first one, make sure they've filled in all the fields, check that it is actually a rural medicine case and they haven't submitted it to the wrong course. And then you can see how they've done, or how their assessor has marked them. And it doesn't matter what they get in any of these items. The only score that we put into MyUni is the overall competence score. So whatever has been ticked in this row is the score that we use. So we also just want to check, there should be comments filled in here. And also we just want to check that the assessor's signature is there and the dates make sense. And you as student coordinator, will have some idea of whether that student was with that assessor or if that's a likely, situation. So we know that this MiniCEX is 5 points and they have to submit 3. So let's look at the second one they've submitted. Again, just check all the fields are filled in and they've ticked the course, and then you can see here we've got a variety of marks, and all we need to note is the overall competence. So they got a 5 for the last one and they've got a 4 for this one. And then you can see there's only 2 at the moment, but what you've always got to do is check if there's been a submission at a different date. So if we look here, we can see there is a second one. It will tell us it's not the most recent submission, but we need 3 to make a grade out of 15. So we'll go and look at it. And this one, if you could look at the title, it's an ARCS e-form, which we're going to hopefully start to see more of as I roll out the e-form submission. So you can see here it looks a bit different. So this is what the e-form is going to look like when it comes in. It will have the assessor's email address here, which is mine in this example, and their name, what their role is, the name of where they're located. So it's the same fields, it's just formatted a bit differently. Check that it's for rural medicine, and that's the course we're in. And then here you'll see how it lists the scores that they've got, and it will just say overall competence, and then it will tell you what the student got for that, which is a 4 on this one. So we've asked that the assessors use their SA Health or Adelaide University email address, which means that they will have been sent a copy of this form. Okay, so we had a 5, a 4 and a 4, which makes 13. So we just type in 13. So it actually just saves that when you type it in. You don't have to press a save button there. This notification saying hidden, that just means it's hidden from student view at the moment. The students do obviously know their score already, so don't be too worried if it doesn't say hidden. It means we've just published the marks for the students to see where they're sitting at. At this point, I think it's always good, once you've put the mark in, to just use this little icon in the top left corner, and you can go back and see the grade book. We'll take you back into the grade book view. And we can just go back to our student by searching, or you might have your filter on. And we can have a look that grade's in their grade book. So if we go across, we should go to find the MiniCEX, and we can see that it's got that score of 13 there. Just one last point on this. I've gone back in so you can have a look at the form again. It doesn't matter if the clinician who is marking the student hasn't put a mark in for every single aspect. I mean, the student might be doing a MiniCEX on something that doesn't require a physical examination, for example, so this might just be not observed or blank, in which case it doesn't matter. You still just use the overall competence score. So they must put a score in that box, and that's the one we use to mark the student. And so that's about it for the process. Then you can go back in and check HRH and the other courses for their MiniCEX and go forth and mark those. Let us know if you have any issues or questions. Thanks a lot.